Hey everyone, it's Bernie Uche. I'm back and I'm in a tech state of mind. And today we're going to talk about DEI. And I just had to put my Nigeria jersey on so you know where I'm from. And I think this is particularly important. And the reason I put this jersey on is because I live in the Greater Toronto area, which is now the most diverse place in the world. And it's a place where you can come in, be yourself, and be proud of your origins, and still contribute to the wider society as a Canadian if you so choose. But we're seeing that in the tech ecosystem, it's become a very hot topic. We're seeing big tech companies run towards DEI even stronger than they were before, and we're seeing some pull back slowly. And it's got a lot of people talking. Now, I won't talk about specific companies, I won't talk about specific CEOs. That's not my intention. But what I want to do was talk a little bit about what DEI is. What is it supposed to be? DEI, according to the American Psychological Association, is a conceptual framework that promotes the fair treatment and full participation of all people, especially populations that have been historically underrepresented and subject to discrimination because of their background, identity, and disabilities. So, fair treatment is what we all want. What does fair treatment mean to people? To some people, it means equal access. Doesn't mean equal outcome, but equal access. And that's sort of where I align to. To some people, it actually means equal representation, where if we have a workforce of 100 people, all the different demographics are accounted for equally in that. I don't believe that that's realistic. I think that would be great. That would be ideal. I don't think it's realistic for many different reasons. But that is what some people believe. A lot of opponents of DEI attach themselves to that second thing that I talked about. Because not only do they think it's realistic, they think it is an impediment to progress, an impediment to innovation. Because in their minds, that does not represent a meritocracy, because skill set is not divided equally. I struggle with that a little bit, but like I said, number one is my main thing. My intention is that we all have equal access to opportunities. That the opportunities are not limited to those who have the most money or have the most connections. It's that access is equal, outcome is based on on the input that you put in. That's why we started Black Mentorship in Technology. Now remember, we started this in 2020. This was after George Floyd died, and there was an awakening among the Black community in North America where they said, that was one injustice, but we've been suffering many injustices in the workplace, and we're not going to take it anymore. Right? It started to make the Black consumer population and the Black employee population really think about discrimination where they are faced. And it became something that had to be addressed. And a lot of companies did a good job. A lot of companies did a very haphazard job just to satisfy, that employee and that consumer base. That insincerity in many ways stood out to me and stood out to a bunch of others. So we decided that we were not going to subject ourselves to insincerity and take matters into our own hands. So we started Black Mentorship in Technology because we know our community is underrepresented. We make about 4 or 5% of the Canadian population, the Black community, but only 2.6% of representation in tech itself, which shows we're under indexing compared to even other minorities. So something had to be done. And we were not concerned immediately with the reasons why these things happen. That's something that we wanted to go and explore. We just knew that we had to do something about this now. So we decided that we knew skill was not abundant in our community, and then we decided we're going to raise that skill level, and we're going to give these students who we're working with the access that we know that they don't have. Access through networks, access through money to go study at the best schools and to go buy better gear and participate in the best courses, all those kinds of things. And we did that, and the results were epic. We had students who created their own chatbots and built a company out of that. We have students who've gone on to go to the best schools like University of Waterloo and go study computer science at the University of Toronto on full ride scholarships. We have students who had the ability to pitch their projects in front of the CIO of Toronto, in front of Drake's producer, Noah 40 Shabib, and many, many others. We've seen so much growth from students to the point that, you know, I've cried tears of joy seeing them succeed. And that's all that we want. Access. And we did our own little bit to ensure access. Outcomes are different, but that access becomes very important. So when people who oppose DEI programs, like the one that we run, say things like, this is just a program for wannabe gangsters or something like that, it hurts. And I did an interview on City TV about our program, and these were some of the other comments that we got. So for those of you who are opposed to DEI, maybe you have good reasons for that. Maybe those reasons are because you've seen overreach. Maybe you've seen the bad. Maybe you've seen how it's done improperly. And if that's the case, I am not here to invalidate your experience on the other side of that. But what I implore everyone to do is listen to each other, because these problems are real. I don't believe anyone really suggests that these problems are not real. They absolutely are real. How we're going to resolve them is the issue. And being anti-DEI, in my mind, is not the solution. How it's implemented might be up for debate. But what we decided to do, and what I implore everyone to do, is be a part of the solution. Don't wait for someone else to do something about it. Don't wait for your employer. Don't wait for any corporation. Don't wait for them to do something about this. Contribute positively in your own community. The future is in your own hands. We can build better tomorrows. We can do it by mobilizing our own community to lift itself up. We absolutely can do it. If we put our minds to it, we can. And I hope that for those of you who are naysayers, that you listen. And I hope that those of us who are allies are humble as we tread this path. So thank you for letting me get on my soapbox and talk about something like this that means a lot to me. I know it's an important topic. I know it's a big deal in tech. And I'm looking forward to working with any of you who want to see better access, better representation, true diversity, equity, and inclusion in the tech sector. Thank you, everyone. Peace.
Never been it. Boy like him. Never been it. Flow this good. Never been it. Rhyme like this.